All right, I am back with another petty pop up, real heavy on the petty. I'm just here to state my petty opinion. Everything said in this video is alleged and, in my opinion, and used for educational and entertaining purposes. All right. Where my fellow petty betties at? Y'all get on in here. Let's talk about Charnita's World. Are y'all excited about Charnita's World? Okay, so let me tell y'all about my adventure. Okay, so I don't have like a Roku TV. All of my TVs in my home are like Samsung smart TVs. So I couldn't find it. I was like, where is this show? So I went to the website. It wasn't on there. I tried to find it on my cable. It wasn't on there. And then I went back to the website again, and it was on there, and so I was able to watch it finally. Okay, so this is my review for season 1, episode 1 of Charnita's World. Okay, and also, y'all, I am not ashamed to admit that first of all, I couldn't spell it. I was spelling it Chanita. Because if you look at the font like that they use for I was like, is that an N? Or it's Charnita's World, not Shanita's World. So anyway, there's an R in there, okay? But anyway, so I finally found it and I went to um Nubian TV on my computer, and I was able to finally get to watch the episode, y'all. So, did y'all watch the episode? What did y'all think? Okay, so this is our very first introduction to Miss Charnita Horton. Okay, and so in the little intro, she was sitting on the plane, and then she had an assistant there help her stand up and put on her little gear. And then she walks off the plane to her husband and they go off. And it was so cute. I really liked it. I say, I like how Shanita coming already, so let's see what she's talking about. So anyway, they start off where Charnita shows up to the hair salon in her Maserati. I might add. I said, okay, I see you, Charnita. I see you, girl. Okay, and so she shows up to the salon. um she introduces herself as Miss Charnita Horton. She is a serial entrepreneur and business coach. She is a wife and a mother of 3. Okay, this is her husband, Mr. Jason Horton, who is also an entrepreneur, and I think they kind of work together on some things, but they also do their own things. But they kind of look like a real, you know, um, stable little couple. So anyway, they hail from Birmingham, Alabama. So they're putting Birmingham on the map, okay? And so before Charnita goes into the hair salon, they show these little glasses with this ice in it. Did y'all see that? It said like the emblem on the ice. I think it says Zuma. I was like, what is that? Is that like an Alabama thing, y'all? I didn't know what it was. I was trying to catch a child, but I didn't know what it was. So anyway, so Sharnita gets inside and we meet Mrs. Whitney. I think it's Whitney Chanel, who is her friend and hairstylist. And Sharnita goes on to tell Whitney what she has been doing, which is that she said that she had gone out with her husband. They had gone out to the club. They was outside. And Sharnita can spin a story too. I was like, girl, you gonna get to the point? But anyway, I enjoyed them going back and forth because this is very realistic. We all sit and talk with our girlfriends or our hairstylists or whatever like that. I just thought the hairstylist was real cute. But anyway, um, she goes on to tell her that she was at the club with her husband, loving on her husband, and she got uh groped by some guy, and I think that has happened to a lot of us. I never wondered why. I always wondered why guys do stuff like that because I know people who have been taken out for a whole lot less. And it's just like, especially in this world today, you don't know how people are going to respond and stuff like that. Back then, when it happened to me, I was real, real young. So, I was very upset, but I probably wouldn't have responded with the violence that I would today. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got a couple pow pows. I have to admit that I have several, and yeah, I'm not gonna just take that. So anyway, I don't know why somebody would try to violate somebody in that way. Maybe they was raised in a barn. I don't know, but your mother should really teach you better. If you want to have prosperity here and long life on this earth, the best thing to do is to keep your hands to yourself. However, some guy groped her in the club, right? And she was like, what? Like this guy just mumped me. So anyway, she's trying to figure out what's going on. In the process of her trying to figure that out, she gets bumped again by, I guess, his girlfriend. And the girlfriend was telling her, I know exactly who you are. And, I follow you. This just goes to show you that everybody that follows you don't really like you, okay? So anyway, the girl proceeds to hit her in her face, okay? So I'm going to put this little banner up that some might find it disturbing, but she did talk about it, and she did show a few pictures of her face after she was hit in the face, okay? So she had like a really bad, like busted, bloody lip, and a lot of blood, went down her face and body, from her injuries, okay? So I was like, ooh, Charnita, girl. So anyway, Charnita goes on to say she was shocked, like she, stunned probably. You probably wasn't expecting that from somebody who just told you they follow you, they know exactly who you are. So anyway, so she goes on to tell Whitney Chanel that they're going to have to take a self-defense class because she did not like the position she was in. She was actually afraid for her life, and that they're going to take a self-defense class so that, maybe in the next time they won't be put in that position. So Whitney Chanel goes, well, girl, I wouldn't even go back and forth with nobody like that. I would just, pow pow and keep going. I'm too cute for that. I was like, I know that's right, Whitney. Let them know. But she was like, can we just drink smoothies? Whitney was not trying to do no self-defense class. Anyway, during the process of while she's talking to Whitney, she gets on the phone and she texts another person to come. I think the woman's name is Alma Austin. Charnita kept calling her Alma. Oh, I was like, Alma, like what is she saying? Well, anyway, when they put the woman's name up on the screen, I said, oh, okay, her name is Alma. That's what she's trying to say, okay? But she can't say Alma for nothing in the world. She was like Alma, Alma. But anyway, so Alma has a business called Quench, and she is a hydration nurse where she treats Charnita. I think Charnita says she gets treats every week because she has lupus, okay? And so um they show her, actually giving her an injection while she's sitting in the chair. And I thought that was cute. She has a mobile business, so that means that she can go, to wherever you are. And I bet she does. I bet you that's really successful. But so anyway, Charnita goes on to talk about, and well, her and Whitney Chanel was talking about, and the lupus, and how she can't be upset or have a flare or anything, while you're out in public and you're already sick, and then you have these people who are trying to, I don't know why they targeted her, but probably just because her success. Some people, they don't know how to get it for themselves. They don't really want to see you be successful, and it's just people like that. But anyway, so Charnita goes on to tell Whitney, yeah, you're taking this class with me, in other words. And so I think she called somebody else to get in the class. I can't remember who else it was, but so anyway, she tells Whitney Chanel they're all going to take a self-defense class. Okay. So then they show Charnita and her husband on a date. And her husband brought her back, I think, like to her old neighborhood, like where she grew up, where her mom was living at. And they were just talking about like the violence, in the area, and how they had so many bullets on top of the home from where they had like an apartment complex, I guess, adjacent to the home. And so it was just a lot of violence, a lot of gunshots and stuff going off that she remembers, coming up. And just how that area has really, really progressed. So of course, Charnita gets emotional, and she said she had to put her glasses on, honey, because she can't be seen out there looking. She got to stun a little bit, so she put her glasses on. But she got a little emotional about it, and she was just impressed with where they are in life, which from where they came, and saying that anybody can do that, and they are in the business of helping people do that. Which I thought was really, really, really cute. I also liked how they gave like different characters on the show their own space to talk. So they let this is Morgan Mason, who is the Hortons house manager. Okay, I said, okay, come through, house manager. She was very, 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 very nice, very sweet, very good looking girl. I said, am I gonna like everybody on this show? Everybody's gorgeous. Okay, so Morgan comes through. She says that she's the house manager and that she was excited to get Charnita to work out and just for her own health, to like strengthen her core, because Charnita is reluctant to do it, like we all are. Nobody likes working out. Okay. Charnita explained that she has lupus. She said that lupus is an inflammatory disease that can affect the skin or the joints, and that the kind of lupus that she has affects her joints. And she said she doesn't have any issues where it attacks her organs or anything. It's mainly just her joints, and she was like, "Thank God for that." So, they showed a snippet of somewhere that where she was talking about, having lupus, and I was like, "Wow, okay, full rounded person." She's out there informing people and trying to be, an example for people, which I thought was really, really, really nice. Okay, they show her and Morgan working out, and I think Morgan was so professional, and she just took her time and really like thought about how she could help Charnita with the issues that she had, and she didn't try to move too fast. And I said, well, this woman has some really, really good people around her. That's what I was thinking. The contrast between this show and other shows, we won't call the name, but I was thinking she's got some really, really, really dope people around her. And so as they're working out, Morgan said, "Do you want to go some more, or are you done?" Charnita was like, "Oh, okay, I'm done. I gotta go do this. I gotta go do that." Charnita was like, "Look, okay, close but no cigar. I'm out of here." Okay, so they worked out, and she tried to get Charnita to commit to doing 2 or 3 days a week. Charnita was running from it committing, but she is trying to commit to working out more, and I thought that was very, very good. Okay. She also was speaking about while she was doing the working out, the husband had admitted that he had had a couple of bouts with drowning, that he had had some incidents where he had almost drowned like a couple times. And so he was outside with the swim instructor working with the children who were in the pool learning to swim. Okay. So they said that the daughter is kind of like a fish. She just took to it like, like nothing. And the son, he had some issues with the deep end, but he kind of conquered his issues with the deep end. It's so refreshing to see people preparing their children for success, because I mean, a lot of people don't have the means, but even when you do have the means, invest in your children, because I remember when my son was learning how to swim. First of all, his daddy just threw him in a pool, which I almost lost my mind. But he just threw me in. But then I had to think back, shoot, my daddy threw me in the pool. We was on vacation. He didn't know because I guess it was sink or swim, which we all swam. I have a brother and 2 sisters, and we all swim. And so after that incident where my son got thrown in the pool, I took him to the YMCA and started him with swimming lessons. They start with polywog and all these different little names they call it or whatever. But anyway, they called me one day and it was like, can you come up here? And I was like, okay. So I get up there, y'all. My son wouldn't. He had a swim instructor who had him in the pool. I had to get in the pool in my clothes because I didn't know what I was going up there for. He didn't trust the woman. He wouldn't let her go. He wouldn't. He just was not having it. So I had to go up there and try to calm him down and get him to relax and try to trust the woman, and so he could even learn, because he would not. He was like, this woman trying to drown me. He was not having it. But anyway, it was refreshing to see them, because the lady who she's here, her name is Christine Deal. She is their tutor and also their swim coach. So she knows these children. She spends a lot of time with them, which they can trust her and, relax around her a little bit. So anyway, I was like, I like that. That is really, really, really good. Have someone that the children are already familiar with. Okay, so after they show the children swimming, they go to date night again. Okay, I said, I like this couple. Yeah, spend some time with yourself. To make your relationship work, you got to put some time in. So they show them going on a date, and Charnita's talking, her little talk, with her husband. They talking about stuff and whatever. I thought it was really, really cute, y'all. I think they're really seem like a real down to earth kind of stable couple. And it was just really, really refreshing to see. Okay, so at the end of the clips, they showed like some outtakes of what's gonna come in the next episode. I say, wait a minute, now who going to jail? Is that Charnita? Then they showed this old smart mouth ass cop talking crap, like they do. But anyway, that's nothing new. They also showed them speaking to some of I guess they went some of one of their businesses. They were speaking to some of their employees, and I was like, oh, okay, we'll learn some more about that on the next episode. That was interesting. Okay, they showed an upcoming scene with them talking to their daughter, explaining the differences between her and her skin and why she's beautiful, which I thought was cute. Probably a lot of little girls need to hear that. And then she was there with both parents, which was, good. They also showed, I guess, the process of them actually taking the self defense class and Charnita explaining what happened to her and why she wanted to take the class. It shows Charnita saying she needed some me time, some girl time. And Charnita was like, I'm going to Atlanta, honey, okay? So then they show us a scene of Charnita and her girls toasting it up in Atlanta, doing the doggone thing like we all should do sometimes. Um, they showed I guess it was a podcast. I'm not sure what exactly it was. I heard Charnita asked the young lady, "What is too much?" And the lady said, "I'm too much." I said, "I know that's right, girl. You better let them know." Okay, real cute. Can't wait to see that. They also show like a game. Like I guess this is a game they're gonna be going to. They show a lot of snippets of her out like in the community, like doing like service work or whatever she's doing. I don't know, but this looks like a big game that they went to. I also like that, like at the very, very end, they showed the whole family dancing. So we have here Mr. and Mrs. Jason and Shanita Horton. We have little Miss Bella Rose, Mr. Jason Horton Jr., and Mr. Jackson Blue. And they're all dancing with mom and dad, which is refreshing to see little black kids dancing with their family because everybody doesn't have that dynamic in their family. So, anyway, so what did you guys think? I'm in, y'all. They got me hook, line, and sinker from the word go. I was very impressed with Tilted Crown Productions and the executive production of Miss Melody Cherie Rogers. It just was very classily done. Like it showed that, it's very different than the norm of what we see. There's a little trouble coming down the pike we can see, but I just felt like all of the people were just gorgeous and just professional. Just seemed like they was really, good people. And I said, this is black excellence. This is what people have been yearning to see on television. I mean, there's, not the backbiting, the down talking, the name calling, and the hair pulling, and the fighting over this man. I didn't see any of that. That doesn't mean that they don't have any drama on the way. It just seemed like it was very classily done. And I don't watch Married to Medicine. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop, I don't watch Detroit. I'm not watching DC. None of my energy, my interest, my time. I'm not giving my energy to nothing like that. I'm just not interested in that. Maybe it's just me. But I feel like we have, a lot of good things to look to from this show. Y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Did y'all enjoy the show? What's Charnita got arrested for? That's what I want to know. I can't wait to see the next episode. And I know it's not a whole lot of people over here, but I appreciate every single one of you that are here rocking with me. And until the next time, y'all. Peace.